Yeah, look, I think our goal, I'm here today with two hats on. You know, one of them is Japanese national coach, and the other one is rugby ambassador for HSBC in Asia. Our goal is to make Asia a stronghold of rugby, and to do that we need to start with the kids. So really days like today are about getting out there, getting the kids having some fun, you know, throwing the ball around and enjoying it, and you know, spreading the word. If we want to be a true global game, rugby, you know, we can't just have the top 8 teams playing. So, you know, Asia's important. Sevens are very important for this country, and we're trying to get out there and just encourage rugby in general, and so it's fantastic. It's great to see the kids smiling and laughing and having a good time. Yeah, what we're trying to do as HSBC is we're trying to leave a legacy. So it's in its infancy, but what we'll try and do is, like a day like this, we would leave balls, cones, and some tuition for the teachers. So next week, for example, we'll be doing one in Bangkok, and then we're doing one in Dubai. So ideally, although we're not quite ready yet, as we move on, you get a video or a DVD as teacher, so you can then teach the game. Because when we leave, what's going to happen next week?
Yes.
You know, a bag of balls, cones, and that sort of stuff. So really, our goal as HSBC is to have someone standing up here in 2020 saying, you know, I'd just like to thank HSBC and Asian rugby, because I started playing rugby in Sri Lanka when I was 10, doing one of these. And you know, so that's really our goal. Our goal is to you know, turn the Asian people onto rugby in general. We've got a really easy pool. We start with France, and then we've got the All Blacks. And once we get those 2 easy games out of the way, we've got Tonga and Canada, which you know, are both probably similar level to us.
Yeah.
So you know, Tonga are going to be hard to beat because they have all their foreign overseas players available, and Canada, as you know, have always had a pretty traditional team. So look, every World Cup pool should be hard, and ours is hard. So. Yeah, we're trying to get one. But we've got the World Cup in 2019, and like you said, I believe sevens is a very important part of the future of our game. Now, there's 2 ways you can look at sevens. You use it as a development for your 15s, or you use it as a game in itself. And I think South Africa, you know, have decided to create a sevens team. And look at Kenya. Look at Zimbabwe, look at those teams now that have very quickly turned into really competent sides. I mean, now you can watch South Africa play Kenya, and it's a hard game of sevens. You know, so I think Asia, really, we need to encourage them to use sevens as a stepping stone to the 15s. I think that Asia will be suited to sevens, and Asia will be a sevens game. You know, and what we need to do strategically is make sure that we keep bringing people to the 15s game. So, you know, I see fundamental for the growth of the game is sevens in Asia, and I think if we get to these people quickly, I mean, the Japanese, for example, we don't put enough emphasis on it. We could be a great sevens team, you know, but sometimes our players aren't released. You know, we're in that middle ground where we need to decide exactly what we want to do. But for me, it's a great game for the future. A really interesting story, because I never thought that I never paid to play for the All Blacks or when I was growing up, so I was in the non-professional era, and then rugby went professional towards the end of my career, and I was very lucky to get a professional contract in Japan. And I was toured there in '87 as the All Blacks, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to go up there for 3 years, and I just fell in love with the people in the country and the culture. I've really enjoyed the Japanese people, and I think what we've seen is, through the tsunami and the tragedy that's happened, we've seen the real side of the Japanese, you know, the respectful, courageous, resilient, and they've shown that through the tsunami, and I just really enjoy. They're easy boys to coach. They want to learn. They love the game. It's a very traditional game over there. So, you know, I've had a great 4 years. Yeah, look, I think growth through competition. I'm trying to encourage the Japanese rugby union and the Hong Kong rugby union to work together to maybe put a franchise from here in our domestic competition. You know, our domestic competition is strong. We've got now South Africans coming, you know, professional athletes are seeing Japan as a good destination from a competition. So we've got a good competition, you know, and the future is through competition. You cannot get better unless you have week in, week out competition. You know, and some of the things you'll see in the World Cup is you see some of the lesser sides playing really well for 60 minutes and then not staying with some of the bigger sides for the last 20. That's about competition and about getting used to a level. And so I think the strongest thing for us is our competition just continually gets better.